All right. So today's session is going to be on breakout rooms, and we're going to talk about how you can how to utilize them with your class. The first thing that I want to share with you is something that a lot of people may not be aware of, but first off, when we talk in Zoom terms, we talk about there is the web client, which is what is run off of a Chromebook. And then there's the desktop client, which is what is run off of a desktop or a laptop or a Mac. And right now I'm running off of my MacBook. So I am using the desktop client. To have the full features that Zoom offers, you do need to be running off of a desktop client. So if you do run off of a Chromebook, you'll notice that some of the features are not enabled with the Chromebook. Usually I run off of a Chromebook, so I don't have all the same features that I would if I was using my Mac, but it works for me usually for what I have to do. So if you find that you're trying to do things and you're missing buttons or you're not able to, you have no ability to do these things, uh, that could be because you're on a Chromebook. One of the biggest questions that we always get is why, when I pre-assign breakout rooms, my students come into my Zoom and they don't work. They're just stuck in the main room. That's because they are on a Chromebook. So just right off the bat, you cannot pre-assign breakout rooms if anybody is going to be using a Chromebook. If you pre-assign a student who is on a Chromebook to a breakout room, they will remain in the regular room, and then you will have to manually place them in a breakout room later. So we basically tell people don't bother pre-assigning because the majority of our students are using Chromebooks, so they won't be pre-assigned when they log in. All right, so that being said, um, it's hard for me to show my Zoom screen when I share my screen because it doesn't really show the Zoom screen when I share my screen. So if you look at the bottom of your Zoom window right now, you'll notice depending on the device that you're on, again, I'm on a MacBook, so I'm using the desktop client. uh, I have to click the more button. And when I click the more button, I get a choice for breakout rooms. So when I select up and it asks me how many breakout rooms I want to create. I believe you can create up to 20 breakout rooms. Um, and you can have 50 people in 20 rooms. You can have up to 500 people in one room. It's crazy. I don't think we'll ever need to use that many people, put that many people in a breakout room, but there are some there they do have some pretty high capacity for breakout rooms. So you could, assign as many breakout rooms pretty much as you want, up to 50. So you could assign a breakout room to each of your students. If it's work time and you want them to stay on Zoom with you, but be working on their own, but you want the ability to check in on them, you can assign each student to their own breakout room. And that's one way that you can monitor them while they're still on Zoom, but not all together. My choices are assign automatically. So that means that Zoom will just place the students, break them up into how many rooms you have. So if you have 5 rooms and 10 students, then it'll put 2 students in each room just randomly. You can assign them manually. So you would choose the participants and then choose which room they go into. Or you can let the participants choose their room. So it's up to you on how you want that to work. Right now at the bottom, it tells me I have 2 participants per room because there are 2 participants right now in this Zoom meeting. So I can put up to 2 people in a room. So that's the choices when you when you choose to create breakout rooms.
Amy,
So yeah.
sorry, I was just going to ask, can a co-host do all this too, or is it only the host?
Okay, so great question. A co-host has to be assigned to a breakout room before they can leave and join another breakout room. So you have to make sure that you put your co-host in a breakout room somewhere. And then as soon as they're in it, they can leave it and join other breakout rooms, hop from breakout room to breakout room. But you have to put them in a breakout room first. And again, if they are on a Chromebook, this will not work. I have not been successful in trying to, in being placed as a co-host in a breakout room and then being able to leave it and go to another one. I've not been able to do that on my Chromebook. I've never tried it on my MacBook, but it's supposed to work. So we're just going to go with it works. But that was a great question. Once you're a co-host, you can have that ability, just not on a Chromebook. So I'm going to go ahead and put you guys into a breakout room so that you can see what it's like as a student to be placed in a breakout room. So let me create a breakout room here. So if I click assign manually, which I'm going to do, what happens is you get a drop down that you can choose the room that you're assigning. So I'm going to choose my room number 1 because that's the only room I have. And then I click assign, and on the side, I get this little pop-out menu, and it has the 2 names of my participants. So I'll choose both of you to put in the same breakout room. And then my choices at the bottom are recreate. So if I don't like the breakout rooms the way that I created them, I could recreate them. I could add another room. And then the next button says open. We'll see a sign that a pop-up that will come on, and it will ask you to join the breakout room. Like you'll have so many seconds to join the breakout room. So that's what I'm going to do now. So you've all been invited to join the breakout room. So go ahead and join. So one of us has joined. And then I have the choice that I can broadcast a message to everyone. So I'm going to send a message to the breakout rooms. Okay, and then I click broadcast. And now I'm going to click join. And I'm going to join the breakout room.
I think Amy might have gotten kicked out.
That's what I figured. I didn't know if maybe she went into the breakout room and it just did it that way.
No, because I clicked on breakout room, so I'm right now.
The host, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened to me once with one of my students.
Oh, it happened one time too. Luckily, it was a teacher's classroom I knew, and the students, like, they're younger kids, so you had to mute them all and
Yeah.
let them know that the teacher will be back. But yeah.
No, it booted me out and it made one of my kids host for like, but I figured it out quickly and I got on. And now I always sign on with two devices, make sure I'm always signed up before my kids.
That's smart because we can have it on our app as well as on a phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I sign on my my laptop and my desktop so I can use my projector because I'm usually at school.
Same.
I hope she comes back.
I feel bad for teachers that are working on Chromebooks from their house.
I bring my MacBook. I have a MacBook.
lot
I
of,
got it.
Access.
I got it in the summer knowing that I would not handle the Chromebooks. I hate it. I never use mine.
I know they're hard.
Yeah.
It's the caps button that gets me every time.
Me, it's the small keys. Like I can't, it's maybe only like an inch smaller than my MacBook, but still I can't.
It makes a difference. If you're used to a larger computer working on that, and then going to a smaller version, it's an adjustment.
Yeah.
Hi, Amy.
Welcome back.
You're still muted, Amy.
So-
There you go.
I got it. Yeah. So I go to join the breakout room and my Zoom crashes. So, and then it crashed on my other computer because I'm running two computers and I tried to
That's
get
what
in
we
on the
just
other
said
computer.
too. We said to have two.
Did you
just in
guys have
case.
problems with it too?
No. We're saying that if it crashes,
Yeah, well,
to have two open just in case it happens.
Yeah.
yes, always have two open. And I didn't have it open on my Chromebook. Well, because if it crashed with me, I mean, it would make one of you guys the host, which wouldn't be a big deal. Not like if I had students, but I couldn't get back in. I'm like, oh my God, but I see we're still recording. So hopefully you said nice things about me while I was gone.
We shared our experiences.
I noticed that Ruba, good. I noticed when you guys were in the breakout room that Ruba asked for help, which is an option when you're in the breakout rooms that the students can click the button to ask for help. So Ruba did that and I got a pop-up on my screen that said Ruba needs help. And so that came on and I could then go to her room and help her, which I was just about to do. And then I got kicked off my computer. Or kicked off Zoom. So that's how it works. You can broadcast messages to your breakout rooms while you're in the main room. You can send one message to all of the rooms. And usually you can give them a message like here's a 2-minute warning and things like that. So that's basically how breakout rooms work. It's not difficult, but if you're on a Chromebook, then your capabilities are limited. You can share a screen in a breakout room. You can share a whiteboard in a breakout room. You can do all the things in a breakout room that you can do in a regular room, as long as you have that capability in the regular room. So you guys, I'm going to stop the recording and then we can ask some questions if you'd like. Okay.
I had one based on what you just said. So you said I could share screens while I'm in my breakout room. Can I share my